Hey guys, welcome back to the Enlightened Logger channel. Today we have phase 2, or another exciting episode of watching clowns work in the wood yard. So here I'm going to spin you around. This is the second phase of the fencing, the expansion of the yard. Got a bunch of holes drilled here. First time ever running an auger on a skid steer, so that's kind of a cool experience. I'm going to put the helmet cam on here as we walk down, get the skid steer all fired up, and punch a few more holes, and then possibly by the end of the day be setting some more poles in. Once that's the case, we'll be able to punch the last few holes that we've got to do. Another probably 4 or 5 after this, and then we'll be ready to schedule fencing. As you can see, there's a lot of concrete and rocks and debris and stuff we've had to fight with. I've had to punch over a couple of spots from where I wanted to, but I wanted to test out the waters before I went ahead and put this on and embarrassed myself running this machine without any experience. So I'm going to go ahead and fire this thing up and let's see if we can punch some more holes. Alright. So we're going to get this thing moving here. Probably another, I don't know, 6 or 8 holes or so to do on this side, and then got a few along the back side where we were working yesterday to do to meet the fence, and then there's 3 up front. So I've got those 3 up front marked, so if I get these done I'll have time to go ahead and punch those as well. And like I said, there's a chance we'll be setting poles later this afternoon, which is, it's not not rocket science setting those in place, but you want to make sure you get them packed in there pretty good, because it's it's pretty important stuff we're protecting there, as a good percentage of the business sits in that yard as far as equipment and cost and whatnot. So go ahead and get this thing going. I'm gonna run it up a little bit. I don't usually run skid steers real high as far as the RPMs go, unless I'm doing something that's gotta have the flow. If I'm running bucket or something like that, let's say I'm loading logs, only because I don't really like that jerky feeling. Not all of them have the best controls, and just the slightest little touch on your forward or your side to side, boy, it just snaps you all over the place. So if you're doing something kind of delicate, I tend to be a little conservative, because I'm not a overly experienced operator when it comes to these things. So getting more hours in the seat, that's for sure. Put me in that New Holland, I can just about do surgery with that thing, because I've got a lot of hours with it, a lot of experience. But these machines are a little different animal for me. A lot you can do with them, though, I'll tell you. As you guys all know, not telling you guys anything, here in YouTube land, so usually I'll take and pull out 1 or 2 of these, kind of drag that back through clean it out. And we'll run it down in there one more time. Everything likes to fall down in there, of course, when you pull that auger bit out. Go one more time, I think, because like I said, a bunch of that stuff just fell down in there. With that big excavator that we use to pound them down in there, it does a great job, but just the initial set in can be a little bit of a bugger if there's a lot of debris down in the bottom. So like I said, I like to clean those out as much as possible. Pretty good system going yesterday with the three of us. Had one guy setting, so he would hook up the chains, set the get the pole in motion for the guy in the machine. The guy in the machine would bring him over. We'd set him in the hole, tamp down just a little bit. Then me or Jake would unhook them, and then they'd go back over and get another pole while I was tamping around the pole and getting all the rest of the loose debris in place. And they're pretty sturdy. When you go over there and wiggle those poles, they're not going anywhere. responsible for the mulch, the chips, the firewood, and any saw logs or anything that we sell. So we've got a lot of stuff going on around here as far as, you know, hauling and all that. Plus we're trucking in the debris between Jake and I. Ty will run big loads of chips, and he does all of our Class A stuff up until now because he was the only driver with a Class A. And now obviously I have mine, so I can do some of that, but that'll be his bag for a while because that's something he really enjoys, and he runs that Peterbilt, which he absolutely loves driving. So hey, have at it. There's lots of stuff for me to do. Concrete, so I'm gonna have to get out and move that guy, see what we can do with it. Looks like we're gonna have to go left. Probably over in here somewhere. Always fun climbing in and out of a machine with a boom over your head. throw it that far. There. Get rid of those rocks. Here we are, setting poles. Using a pretty sophisticated tamping device here, a 2x4. Look at that shot. That's pretty sweet. That's some precision work right there. My man Jake up on that knuckle boom. We are absolutely for hire. We're always looking for extra wood pickups and extra firewood to come get. Any of you tree guys out there or landscapers need to get rid of debris. We got the yard here, lots of space. I've also got my drop space out in Dacusville where I live. I got 30 some acres now, so lots of place to drop wood out there. Love this business. Always grinding, always something to do. Gotta get some water. Woo! It's hot today. No fall for us yet. We got a few more days before it cools off. Diameter of that pole was a little thicker than a lot of them we've had, so the hole was a little too small. I'm gonna have him flip it because the part he's got a hold of is smaller in diameter, so I think it'll fit in a lot better. Just to give you a quick glimpse, we've set all of these poles in like the last half hour. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 poles. So yeah, we're making pretty good time today. We've got about another, probably 8 or 9 here to go, I think, 10, and then 3 on the other side. And then we'll take the excavator and tamp them down and make sure they're as straight as we can get them. And then we're talking scheduling a day for fencing. Smack it. Hey. Close it. There we go. You'd be amazed. You take that excavator at the end of this and smack them pretty good, you gain another 8 to 12 inches or better sink down in. It really makes a big difference. And those poles over there on the other side we did yesterday are sturdy. They're not going anywhere. move my markers here, my chunks of firewood. Figured they were bigger and easier to see, so I used those this morning to lay out my 10-foot mark. And this is going pretty well.